Few names echo through history with the same chilling weight as Genghis Khan. His name alone conjures images of relentless conquest and unyielding power. He was a warrior without equal, a conqueror who carved out the largest contiguous empire the world had ever seen. His empire stretched from the steppes of Mongolia to the heart of Europe, a testament to his unparalleled ambition and military prowess. Yet his victories weren't solely built on brute force. Genghis Khan's success was also rooted in his innovative tactics and strategic brilliance. Genghis Khan was a master of psychological warfare, a cunning strategist who understood the power of fear and deception. He employed spies and scouts to gather intelligence, ensuring he was always one step ahead of his enemies. He could crush the will of his enemies before they even drew their swords. His reputation alone was enough to make entire cities surrender without a fight. His campaigns were as much about breaking the spirit as they were about breaking bones. The psychological impact of his conquests was felt far and wide. Genghis Khan's reputation preceded him like a storm on the horizon. The mere mention of his name could send shivers down the spines of even the bravest warriors. Tales of Mongol ferocity spread like wildfire, sowing fear and uncertainty in the hearts of his adversaries. These stories were often exaggerated, but they served their purpose well. He cultivated this aura of invincibility, using it as a weapon to weaken his foes before a single arrow was loosed. His enemies often felt defeated before the battle even began. This psychological warfare, this invisible hand of terror, was as crucial to his success as the thundering hooves of his cavalry. It was a tool he wielded with precision and effectiveness. The Mongol Empire, forged in the fires of tribal warfare, was a testament to Genghis Khan's military genius. His ability to unite disparate tribes under a single banner was unprecedented. He unified the nomadic tribes of the steppes, molding them into a disciplined and utterly ruthless fighting force. This unity was the cornerstone of his empire's strength. Their loyalty to him was absolute, their obedience unquestioning. They followed him not just out of fear, but out of respect and admiration for his leadership. He demanded much from his warriors, but he offered them a share in the spoils of war, a powerful motivator in the brutal game of conquest. This reward system ensured their unwavering commitment to his cause, driving them to achieve the impossible. At the dawn of the 13th century, two mighty empires collided on the vast and windswept Eurasian steppe. To the east lay the burgeoning Mongol Empire, its borders expanding rapidly under the formidable leadership of Genghis Khan, a man whose name would soon become synonymous with conquest. To the west sprawled the Khwarezmian Empire, a wealthy and powerful realm that controlled the lucrative Silk Road trade routes, serving as a vital link between the East and the West. For a time, these two powers maintained an uneasy peace, their relationship built on a fragile foundation of trade and diplomacy, each wary of the other's intentions. Genghis Khan, ever the pragmatist and visionary, saw the immense benefits of peaceful coexistence and mutual prosperity. The Silk Road was a lifeline of commerce, a bustling artery of trade that he had no desire to disrupt, as it brought wealth and resources to his growing empire. He sent envoys to the Shah of Khwarezmian, offering friendship and proposing a mutually beneficial trade agreement, hoping to foster a lasting peace. The Shah, however, viewed these overtures with deep suspicion and mistrust, unable to see beyond his own prejudices. He saw the Mongols as mere barbarians, unworthy of his respect or trust, dismissing their offers with disdain. This clash of cultures, this fundamental misunderstanding and lack of respect would have devastating and far-reaching consequences. The Khwarezmian Empire, while vast and prosperous, was not without its weaknesses, hidden beneath its surface of wealth and power. It was a patchwork of different cultures and ethnicities, loosely held together by the Shah's authority, lacking the unity that was crucial for its survival. This lack of internal cohesion made it vulnerable to external threats, a weakness that Genghis Khan, with his keen strategic mind, would exploit with ruthless efficiency and precision. The stage was set for a monumental confrontation, a clash of civilizations that would not only reshape the map of Asia, but also alter the course of history forever. The fragile peace between the Mongols and the Khwarezmians shattered in 1218, triggered by a tragic misunderstanding and a fatal miscalculation by the Shah. Genghis Khan, in a gesture of goodwill, dispatched a large caravan laden with valuable goods to the Khwarezmian city of Otrar. This caravan, intended as a symbol of peaceful intentions and a desire for trade, became the catalyst for war. The governor of Otrar, blinded by greed and suspicion, accused the Mongol envoys of being spies. He seized their goods, massacred the merchants, and sent their severed heads back to Genghis Khan. This act of barbarity, a flagrant violation of diplomatic norms, was a grave miscalculation. It was an insult that Genghis Khan, a man who prized loyalty and respect above all else, could not ignore. The massacre at Otrar was a turning point, a spark that ignited the fires of war. Genghis Khan, known for his restraint in matters of diplomacy, was incensed. He demanded the governor of Otrar be handed over for punishment, a reasonable request given the severity of the crime. The Shah, however, refused. He not only supported his governor's actions, but went further by executing the Mongol ambassadors sent to negotiate. This arrogant defiance sealed the fate of the Khwarezmian Empire. Section 4. The Khan's fury, unleashing the Mongol horde. The Shah's defiance unleashed the fury of the Mongol war machine. Genghis Khan, personally offended and strategically motivated, prepared for a war of retribution. He vowed to make the Khwarezmian Empire pay for its treachery, to leave it a smoldering ruin as a lesson to all who dared defy him. The Mongols, masters of steppe warfare, mobilized with terrifying speed and efficiency. Genghis Khan, a brilliant strategist, understood that victory against the larger Khwarezmian army would require more than just brute force. He would need to employ cunning, deception, and psychological warfare to break his enemy's resolve. His plan was as intricate as it was ruthless, designed to sow terror and discord within the ranks of the Khwarezmian army. The Khan divided his forces into multiple smaller armies, each with a specific objective. These mobile units, like wolves circling their prey, would strike at strategic targets deep within the Khwarezmian Empire. Their mission was not just to conquer territory, but to spread fear and panic. By employing this tactic, Genghis Khan aimed to stretch the Shah's forces thin, making them vulnerable to piecemeal destruction. Section 5. The walls of Otrar terror at the gates. The city of Otrar, the epicenter of the conflict, braced itself for the inevitable Mongol assault. The air was thick with tension as the citizens prepared for what seemed like an unstoppable force. It was a heavily fortified city strategically located on the Silk Road, and its defenders were confident in their ability to withstand a siege. The walls were high, the gates were strong, and the spirit of the people was unyielding. They had, however, underestimated the Mongols' determination and their capacity for cruelty. The Mongol army, known for its relentless and brutal tactics, was unlike any enemy they had faced before. The siege of Otrar would become a chilling testament to Genghis Khan's ruthlessness and his mastery of psychological warfare. The Mongols were not just conquerors, they were masters of fear and manipulation. Genghis Khan, knowing that a direct assault would result in heavy casualties, opted for a different approach. He was a strategic genius, always thinking several steps ahead of his enemies. He ordered his engineers to construct massive siege engines, capable of hurling stones weighing hundreds of pounds over the city walls. These were not just machines of war, they were symbols of impending doom. These engines, more than just weapons of destruction, were instruments of terror. Each stone that crashed against the walls was a reminder of the Mongols' power and the defenders' vulnerability. The constant bombardment, the deafening crashes, were designed to shatter the morale of the defenders. Day and night, the relentless assault continued, leaving no moment of peace. As the siege dragged on, Genghis Khan unleashed another weapon, psychological warfare. He understood that breaking the spirit of the defenders was as crucial as breaching the walls. He allowed refugees from captured villages to flee to Otrar, knowing they would spread tales of Mongol atrocities and the futility of resistance. These stories sowed seeds of fear and doubt among the city's inhabitants. He also employed a tactic known as the false retreat, luring the defenders out of the safety of their walls and into ambushes. This cunning strategy further demoralized the defenders, making them question their every move. These tactics, designed to erode the defenders' will, proved devastatingly effective. The once confident defenders of Otrar found themselves overwhelmed, not just by the physical assault, but by the relentless psychological pressure as well. Section 6. Whispers in the wind, seeds of doubt and fear. Genghis Khan's psychological warfare extended beyond the walls of besieged cities. He understood that the Khwarezmian Empire, a patchwork of diverse cultures and loyalties, was susceptible to internal divisions. He exploited these divisions, sowing seeds of doubt and discord amongst the Shah's ranks. His spies spread rumors, exaggerating Mongol victories and whispering tales of the Shah's incompetence and cowardice. These whispers, carried on the wind, infiltrated the courts and garrisons of the Khwarezmian Empire. They played on existing tensions, magnifying fears and fueling suspicions. Governors, already wary of the Shah's central authority, began to question his ability to defend them against the Mongol onslaught. The very fabric of the empire, woven from fragile threads of loyalty, began to unravel. The Shah, already prone to paranoia, became increasingly isolated. He suspected treachery amongst his closest advisors, further weakening his grip on power. His indecision, fueled by fear and misinformation, paralyzed his ability to respond effectively to the Mongol threat. Genghis Khan had achieved his goal. He had turned the Shah's own fears against him, rendering him a leader in name only.